Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment of any content you want to see going forward. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about mental health. Um, Not in the sense of awareness and not really in the sense of like what it is, but overall people using mental health as an excuse. So, what I mean by that is people give themselves an excuse of taking care of mental health or or having mental issues to give themselves an excuse or a reason to not move forward in life, to not achieve their goals, to not be a better individual or a better person. The first thing I want to talk about is Instagram. And Instagram, Twitter, social media, whatever it is, typically speaking, rewards mental health as an excuse because it provides a lot of instant gratification where you can scroll through your feed and you'll see a lot of quotes about how you're a great person, you're this, you're that, you're a happy individual, or cut toxic people out of your life, cut this or whatever. But it doesn't give you the context of a situation that necessarily applies to you. So you take that advice, a lot of times it could be undeservedly so, that you take that advice and decide that, hey, no, I don't need to change. No, there's nothing wrong with me. Anybody that disagrees with me must be wrong. And that's a problem there because you don't give yourself this space to introspect at all and look at yourself and see, how am I actually treating people? Let me get some feedback from other people about how they perceive me, what they're receiving from me on a consistent basis, so that I can go ahead and go forward and form good relationships, good and healthy relationships. And I think this is part of the reason that a lot of people these days feel really lonely or don't have many friends, is because they expect a friend that's fixed, that's good, that's going to consistently check up and call on them and do XYZ without reciprocating those same sentiments or without reciprocating those same actions and expecting the whole result. So you want your cake and eat it too, because you want somebody to understand you, somebody to fix you, somebody to help you, guide you along in your life without you actually doing any work on yourself. So I digress because I feel like I'm getting a little bit off point. But one of the major things about mental health as an excuse, generally speaking, is people who understand what their issues are and refuse to work on them. That's the biggest gripe. And that's where most people kind of fall into that category of, here's a bunch of memes, here's a bunch of videos that say like, okay, I might have depression, I might have anxiety, I might have this. So when you understand that, the whole purpose of you understanding what kind of mental illness you might have or what kind of crutches or issues that you might have is that simply that understanding what the issue is so that you can fix it. If you know what your problem is, but you refuse to fix it, it's nobody's fault for not tolerating that or for not tolerating you. Let's say I'm somebody that is, diagnosed with high performing depression. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines where, you have depression, but it's something in the back of your mind and it causes you to treat people in a terrible way or something along those lines. You know this. So now it's on you to get mental help or mental health help. Like talk to a professional, seek that therapy, get that medication, whatever it might be. If you can't afford it, it's like take the small steps at least to help yourself get better. If you're not doing these things and you just keep telling yourself, it's okay, I can continue to act like this because I have this mental illness. I have this this stamp paper of approval that says, hey, I could treat you like this because I have a mental illness. It doesn't become an excuse anymore that you can use once you know what your issue is, because now it's up to you to solve it. It's nobody else's job to solve you, and it's nobody else's job to go ahead and tolerate behaviors that are really bad against them, especially as family members or as friends. So those are like the main things that kind of come from that kind of bad behavior and that you creating that excuse for yourself. Mental health should be something of like, hey, I'm overwhelmed by this, or I have these types of issues I need to talk to somebody. Like, I need to seek help. I need to take some time off for myself. It doesn't mean let me create this shelter for myself where I now have an excuse to not do a lot of things and keep myself in the same bubble and not grow whatsoever. So I think many people have this misconception that knowing that you have a problem makes you better than somebody that doesn't. It only makes you a better person if you know that you have a problem and acknowledge it and work to solve that problem. Otherwise, you're actually worse than somebody that's ignorant and doesn't know that they have a problem, because that person just doesn't know. You know that you have a problem, but you're refusing to go ahead and try to fix that. So let me know what your thoughts are on the issue. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section below.